Uh-oh, you know what it is, man. It's the one-on-one with Miggity and Mike D. And today, tonight, this evening, I got Royalty in the building, man. I got my boy Jukebox from the original Ghetto Boys in the house, and I got the infamous
in the house.
Hey, man,
What's up,
Here we
gentlemen?
is.
Here we go, man. Gentlemen. Let's start from the end to the end. Go ahead, Juke. Let's hear about it.
I would be remiss before we started. I need to express my condolences to the Swisher House family, to DJ Michael Watts and his family. The hip hop community in Houston has suffered a great loss, and so I want to make sure I express my condolences to them. This is the first podcast I did since his passing. I met Mike a few times. We wasn't very close, but I met him, and we part of the same culture.
Sure.
And so I respect that, and it's a significant loss to the city. And so, but after that, I'm Jukebox. How y'all doing?
All right, man. What's happening, big dog? Big player, man. Hey, it's always a treat when players meet.
Hey, man, it's an honor and a pleasure, man. It's OGD town, man.
Oh,
we
man.
here with Mike D, one-on-one.
One-on-one. Thank you for having us.
Man, you're welcome,
Yeah,
brother.
thank you for having us.
Man, that's a deep thing when we talking about Michael Watts because, you know, you out, as you know, y'all my age. We all around the same age. We know that, you know, how deep this north side, south side BS been going on for the longest, right? But, Juke, how you feel about today, Houston?
I love
And
it.
how these youngsters kick it with each
I
other,
love
and
it.
hang
I
with
love.
each
I love.
other.
You know. Today, if you look back at me and my journey, I'm from the South Side. Yeah, I'm from Third Ward.
For sure. You
But
right.
a North Side dude put me on. You feel me? I'm from Third Ward.
For sure.
But a dude from the Fifth Ward put me on. I'm saying James from the Nickel. I'm from Third Ward. You
That's
feel me?
for sure.
And so the city is always we always had that cohesiveness of where that division came from. We ain't gotta talk about that where that came from, but
Yeah, but
the city as a whole, we dynamic, we diverse. It's beautiful. The hip hop community in Houston is beautiful, and the youngsters carrying the weight of it.
so being from the trade like I am, because the first Ghetto Boys. I remember y'all riding in that outlaw car,
Right. Yeah,
Bushwick,
yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
beginning. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
This is what inspired me to be an MC.
Right.
But you know, the question today is like, you know, it started how it is now.
Right.
And then for some way we lost our way.
Right.
You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right,
But
right.
to watch, like, you was incarcerated for a minute, man.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
I did some time for. It was very costly to me. Not costly to me, as costly as it was to the victim's family, but it was very costly to me. I lost a lot. I lost my mother in prison, and to be where I was and to witness what I had done in hip hop come to fruition. You know, at times I was bitter, and at times I was grateful. The bitterness came because I wasn't there, and the Ghetto Boys to me was my baby. You feel me? I'm the first Ghetto Boy.
Let's talk about that also, man, because I too, you know, had that same thing. I had to watch it from the sidelines. I
Right.
hate to say.
Right.
But how did y'all start? How did you meet Jay? How did that? Because I want to go back a little bit.
The first Ghetto Boys was formed. Myself and one of my good friends, Rappin' Lee, a couple more friends of mine. We had a group, the Awesome Three and Jukebox. We used to do shows all around the city, battle rap people like K Reno and Klondike Cat. We used to battle rap all these people. But we had open shows at Texas Southern for their homecoming with Climax and this and that and this and that. And somebody said that somebody in Fifth Ward might be interested in listening to you and investing in you. And so I went over there, and the person I talked to was James. And so the guys who were with me then, they stopped going. I didn't stop going. When they stopped going, I brought Raheem with me. Raheem the Vigilante.
The Houston LL.
Ain't no doubt about it. You hear me? Yes, one of the top three in the city of all time lyrically.
For sure.
You know, and so I brought Raheem with me, and K9 Thelton, Sir Rap-A-Lot was already there. This James' brother. When I got out of prison, we have to jump ahead, right? When I got out of prison, I got a job working at Rap-A-Lot, and I saw I had a lot of responsibilities, right? I had a whole lot of responsibilities. I did Prince Limousine, Prince Property Management. I did retail. I did a lot of different things. I also did publishing. And so in doing the publishing, I discovered that a song I wrote when I was 15 or 16 years old called Mind of a Lunatic had been licensed to Marilyn Manson. And so Marilyn Manson had got the rights to do the song from Rap-A-Lot, and I never got a dime. I never got any of that money. I wrote the song.
Did you have your publishing together or what? I mean, I don't understand.
Okay, see, so now that we're talking about publishing, when I came, initially it was, we don't need no contracts, we partners. Because I earned my stripes on the couch. I earned my stripes on the couch in Fifth Ward on Lala. Man, we homeboys, we partners, we don't need no contracts. You know what I'm saying? I'm always take care of you. These was the words. You feel me? And so when I came home and I got out of prison, I took something that didn't belong to me. I stole some money. You feel me?
From James?
Yes.
Okay.
And some people try to make it bigger than what it was. Try to make it seem like I stole $100,000 or $200,000 or $1 million when in fact it may have been $5,000 or $6,000 when you look. But it pales. Not that two wrongs make a right, but it pales in comparison to the royalties that were accrued from Mind of a Lunatic.
Did you have a conversation with him about the publishing?
I didn't.
You just took it upon yourself.
I didn't. I should have.
You know that ain't right.
Yeah, I should have.
As a Muslim brother, you know.
I should have.
Okay.
But
that's being a man.
I should, and I offered a public apology, but
was it done?
Sometimes the apology fall on deaf ears. Like
we homeboys. We started this, right? We created this worldwide Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
I did wrong.
I did.
And for you to come right out and start
I
with me,
admit.
I was raised, and I know James raised under these principles. I have a lot of respect for James.
Right. See, but by the time I issued the apology, it was public information already.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you needed a public apology.
It was public information already. People had already put it out there. Jukebox did this, Jukebox did that. And so I started doing these podcasts because I need to change the narrative or not people tarnish my name because I'm not this guy. I'm not this guy. I did this thing I shouldn't have did. I apologize for it, and I'm ready to move forward. But what you're not going to do is write me out of history. What you're not going to do is minimize or try to be dismissive of my contribution to this big old thing called Rap-A-Lot. Because I feel like, in my opinion, if me and James don't have these initial few conversations in 1985, late 1985, early 1986, if I don't walk from 3rd Ward to 5th Ward, this thing don't happen. This how I feel. I'm the intangible asset. Understand? I'm the one who, oh, you really want this. So if you remember, I'm sure you do, the initial narrative was I invested in 2 little boys. I told them if y'all go to school, I'll make y'all a record.
And you were one of those little boys.
Yeah, me and Raheem. And so the narrative didn't change until I did what I did when I came home. And so I just want to set the record straight. You feel me?
And that's big.
Yeah, I just want to set the record. I heard James on a podcast. I think it was Drink Champs, and the guy asked him about the original Ghetto Boys, and the statement was, "Man, those guys are not even worth discussing." I am worth discussing. My contribution is worth discussing. But if you sitting up on top of Mount Olympus, you can't see everything down below. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who really appreciate and really want to know the real history, and that's what I want to give them. You know, that's what I want to give them. That shirt say, you know, the original Ghetto Boy Jukebox. That's me.
For sure. And
Without a doubt.
The original.
Without a doubt.
But I'm gonna have to hit you, brother. You know we Muslim brothers, and
Okay.
first of all, we gotta bear witness.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you understand his frustration?
I do.
With something being taken from
I do.
him, whether
I
it was
do.
$1 or it was $1 million.
I do.
It wasn't yours.
It wasn't.
So we can't say, okay, well, he, got to feel how I feel. And I like how you saying that, how I feel.
Right.
I feel like
Yeah.
without this don't happen.
Right.
So we gonna pray about it. We gonna get your history right.
Right.
And then that's on him to accept the apology or not.
Right.
But let's don't, beat him up for how he should feel.
Oh, no,
Something was taken
right,
from him.
right,
You know what
right,
I mean?
right.
Because you have a different narrative that we got to get to.
Right. Yeah.
But I just want to make sure that the world understands. Right.
The only
right.
story I can tell is mine.
Yeah.
There you go.
The only story I can tell is mine. You hear me? And at one time, James was my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I messed that off.
Yeah.
I did that. At the time I was at Rap-A-Lot, I believe James would have gave me anything. You feel me? I believe he would have. I was the, people don't know, I was Zero road manager. I was Trey road manager. I was on the road. I want to say it was the last time Zero and Trey was in conversation together, was talking.
2012.
Okay, well, this was way before then.
That was before that.
This was way before then. This was way before then. 2006,
Okay, I was
2007.
locked up then.
Yeah, I was on the road with Zero and Trey, and I used to go to all the fights. I did everything, anything that needed to be done. I was the point man for that Rap-A-Lot at one time. Anything that needed to be done, everything. You know what I'm saying? And so I messed that off. I accept full responsibility for that. I regret it, but regret cannot be our master. We have to make it our servant. It has to be a motivator.
When the last time you talked to him?
20 years.
OG, come on now. Man,
And if he don't want to talk to you, he ain't gonna talk to you.
I'm be honest, anything that go against the Prince name or the Prince or the rapper, like it makes it impossible to get in touch with. Because we all know he care about one thing
Yeah.
besides money and all that other
Well,
stuff.
let me say this
It's
here.
that name,
Yeah.
you know.